Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This has been a scramble to get this show together because it's like I am trying to cook. Well, thank you for those of you who've been patient. And let me just remove the banner that is going in front of the screen. Yes, thank you for joining me. Getting off to a little late start, probably the latest that I've ever done is the 10-minute delay. But as I said, it's tonight's show is going to be about eating summertime foods, and that is worth the wait, I hope. I'm Diane, owner of the store Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique that has been here in Thunder Bay for almost 27 years. And but I keep reinventing myself, and now I'm not your typical store at all. It's not the store that you are able to come in and at any time and do some shopping. I have pretty much put my focus onto live stream um, shopping, so you can stay comfortably at home, or some of you like to join me from vacation. And welcome to you as well. This is wonderful because not only is it people locally here in Thunder Bay that are able to shop with me, but across the region of Northwestern Ontario, across the province of Ontario, across the country of Canada, across the border into the US, and in many places around the world as well. So, what a great way to shop. I hope where you are that the weather is cooperating here in Thunder Bay today and yesterday. It got warm and not as warm as other places. Oh my goodness. But for us, I think we were yesterday hit about 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 Celsius. So we've been having pretty reasonable weather here, but could use a little bit more rain. And be careful what you wish for, Diane, with such extreme weather events happening around the country, around the globe. So, who is in our comment section? If you are watching us for the live presentation, please say hello and simply in the comment section, whether you're watching the Shop with Diane YouTube channel or the Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique Facebook page. Who I see has commented and joined us is Kathy. Hello, Kathy, saying hello to all of you as well, as is Barb and Terry. Nice to see you as well, Terry. Well, I can't see you. That's the problem here is you get to watch me. If I don't know who is watching, unless they should just pop up with a comment. And Lydia, who is Smokey G on Facebook, and Sharon is at her camp. Or if you're not from Northwestern Ontario, you may not know in Northern Ontario we call cottages camp. So Sharon is on her camp on Lake Superior. Welcome, Sharon. So isn't this a busy month? I know many people are trying to get here in the Northern Hemisphere where it's summertime. We are trying to make the most of it, and people are traveling. They're enjoying their time at camp or cottage, having family visiting them. I think, Lydia, you have family coming soon, or if they're not here already. And it seems that this time of year is lots of anniversaries because people around here seem to like to get married in the summer months, so lots of anniversaries. So I'd like to extend a very big early anniversary greeting to my mom and dad, Mike and Elsie Petrina, who on August the 8th will be celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary. So I'm so blessed to have them still in my life, and the fact that they are able to celebrate their 70th together is really quite a milestone and inspirational to the rest of us. And I see my mom in the comments saying hello to everyone. My mom is Elsie Petrina. So so Helen is saying, and Helen, are you watching from Nipigon, I think, saying hi and stay cool. Well, that's the first thing I am going to do this evening. As I've been rushing around to get ready for the show, it's warm here, I decided to pull out the cooling tie. So this is a cooling tie. It's going to be Ooh, it's gold. It's product number 1 on tonight's show. So this is a product that we have been selling for over 20 years. These are made in Canada. And with the hot weather, if you don't have one, you're going to want to pick one up. And uh, how these work is simply, first of all, it's a pre-shrunk cotton that is sewn into a tubular shape, but from this point to this point in the tube are polyacrylamide crystals, and those crystals, when you soak this all into water for about 15 minutes to begin with, it is going to swell up and swell up and soak up the water, and the moisture is going to slowly release, and through that evaporation there is a natural cooling effect that cools the blood that is going through your major arteries to your brain, and you feel a great relief. So whether or not it is because of the weather outside is hot and you're having to work or play out there, or indoors it's overly hot, maybe you're having a hot flash, MS patients, chemo patients, great for migraines and so on. After the day is done, you can set it aside, but the next morning, pop it in the water for about 5-10 minutes to rehydrate it, and wear it again. And do that day after day after day. If you don't need it any longer, just let it completely dry out, and it is going to return back to its original shape and good for the next time. They are just $12.95. We have a number of styles to choose from. Here's just a small sampling of what we have. These are made in Canada. It's hot, and they say if it's hot, stay out of the kitchen. Well, I'm cooling down here, and let's see. So I see there's a bit of a counter on the Facebook page as I'm doing the show. And I see, considering that it is such a beautiful, oh, look, and I'm just getting damp here. It'll dry up. Considering that it is such a beautiful evening, our numbers are looking really good. And I know people try to make a point of watching the repeat if they miss the live show. And Brenda is here as well. And yes, she's saying hello to everyone on this hot summer evening, and loving summer, as am I. So product number 1 on Shop with Diane tonight, where we're going to talk about cooking summertime foods, is the cooling necktie, because we should stay cool in the kitchen. So one post that I did this earlier today, on Facebook, I said, it's so hot, it'd be a great day to make sun tea. And that's what I did. And what the heck is sun tea? Well, simply, I've made some here. Simply what you do is you get a very clean jar, because you're not putting boiling water into a container, which the boiling water will kill some of the germs and bacteria that might happen to be in your container. But make sure you clean out your container really well, put some water in it, and put some tea bags on a hot sunny day and just set it outside, and the sun will heat the water, and very slowly it is going to the tea will infuse the water, and it's got it's got a milder taste. It's really very delicious. So that's what I did today. I made, and if you haven't done that, I would suggest this summer that you try that. But I don't want to drink it this way. I want to make iced tea. So some of this is melting already, so much. So I put some lemon in this pickling jar, but it seems that it's a lot more. So I see my ice is melting. It is warm here, people. And I am just going to put myself a bit of a drink together. What are you having to drink, everyone, in the comment section? I was scrambling. I see I don't have my camera quite set up right. I'm supposed to be looking right at you like that, so I'd have to stand like that, I think, but bear with me this evening. I'm not going to try to pour this out. I'm just going to ladle it in here and make myself a glass of iced tea that first started as sun tea. And as I tell you, I think it's a lot more delicious done in the sun. Oh, that kind of rhymes. Done in the sun. So let me just Let me see. Put this aside because I won't be reading this anymore. Oops. And I'm just gonna garnish it up maybe with a little bit of lemon, and mint. I have just mint from my garden, and I have to be really careful picking the mint because the neighbor has monarch butterfly garden, and some of those little crawly caterpillars are finding their way into my mint, and I'm finding chrysalids that'll soon be butterflies. Pop that in there, and that's going to be my summertime drink. Oh my goodness, should I try to fix that camera? Because it's really disturbing me that I'm not looking right at you folks. But that's a little bit better. I think that's better. Okay, so cheers, and let me know what you're having to drink. I forgot to put some sugar in there, or sweetener, but for one of my future recipes, I calls for sugar. It's a little, I just put some sugar in there. Okay, so let's carry on. Oh, Natalie is joining us as well. Hi, Natalie. So nice to see you this evening. So our numbers are really coming up nice. Probably should use a little more sweetener. That's recipe number 1. Great to do in the summertime. Go pick some of your mint if you're growing it and make some sun tea and turn it into iced tea. So product number 2, speaking of beverages, what we have here in the store is a popular product. And how do you do this? If you're interested in making a purchase, just in the comment section, let me know. Say, hey, Diane, I like a cooling necktie. And what we're going to do is organize it for you to come by and pick it up. And when is our next pickup times? We have a long weekend coming up, everybody. Let me just throw this schedule up. I will be here to do curbside pickups tomorrow, Friday, from 11 to 2, Saturday 11 to 1, and Monday is a civic holiday here in, and so we will be closed, and but I'll extend it to Tuesday 11 to 1. So that is when you can either come by and pick these up. If you are from out of town in the region and those hours don't work for you, do be sure to give me a call when you are in town, and maybe we can organize the pickup at that time. And if you are watching from out of town, welcome to you. I'd ask, though, that if you place orders, I can mail them out, but orders over $50, please. So product number 2 on tonight's show is just in the comment section. If you'd like it, just let me know and I'll confirm it afterwards. What we have is from a company called GSI, which makes all sorts of outdoor camping equipment and so on, where we have class in the outdoors. Here we have a really wonderful wine glass that travels well and has some real quality and style to it. And let me take it apart. So it's called a nesting wine glass. So it's BPA free, so we're not going to get those harmful chemicals ingested. Put the bottom on with the top. If you're packing light, you can put something in there as well. And otherwise, you just screw this on. And traveling, it doesn't have to be outdoor camping and so on, although these will be great for the hot tub around the pool. You're not going to break these on the patio and so on. But if you're traveling and staying at a hotel or a motel, much nicer than the glasses that they offer. Great hostess gifts, great to have out at camp or the cottage. So the 2 of these are $23.95. Let me know if you would like those. So what else do we have to drink around here? This is durable. Oh my goodness, and people love it. This is a stainless steel stemless wine glass that is great for travel, great for your RV, great if you're getting a little tipsy because here's a flat surface, because it has a very low center of gravity and the way it is designed, and it will even stay upright when it's leaning. So that's pretty impressive. I know people have also bought them for home use in the bathroom as a drinking glass and so on. That it's got some style and so on. It's going to keep some of those beverages, those maybe the white wine that you want to stay chilled a little longer. It's going to keep it cooler in stainless steel. So these we have, and they are $21.95. Great gift for hostess gifts, shower gifts, birthday gifts, gifts for some of the younger people that you may not know what to buy for. They might like that. How are you doing? It sure is warm, and I know we get a little extra tired. With the heat, it's really important to keep hydrated, especially those of you that might be taking medications, people that are working hard, playing hard, um, young children, actually all of us, because not only do we need to keep our fluids up, we need to keep those toxins that we're consuming getting flushed out of our body. And the only way they're going to get out of the body is if we put enough liquid in it to allow the kidneys to do their job to get it out of us. So drink lots of water, and I'm going to try to do that myself. We also have, like, why am I showing drinks? Because when you're hosting an event, the first thing people do is, would you like a drink? And I'm saying, come on, folks, would you like a drink? So what we have here are our very popular cocktail bombs, handmade in Montreal. This is the most popular item that I've come across in a number of years. And this is just one flavor of cocktail bombs that we have. This is pina colada. And they're sold as individual bombs like this. And they are in a biodegradable plastic. You would unwrap it and put into a glass, maybe about a cup, add sparkling water, and plop this in after you remove the plastic, and it's going to fizz and it's going to fizz and dissolve. And what will happen at that point is that you will have the ingredients for a pina colada, for example, if you put one of those in, but not in the alcohol form. That begins as a mocktail. And so that makes it great for young children who are underage in terms of drinking, pregnant women, designated drivers, people that are abstaining, maybe people that are on some medications and so on. Involve them in your activity. They can start with a cocktail, but then afterwards add some alcohol if you start as a mocktail, add alcohol after if you wish, and it becomes a cocktail. We've got 12 different flavors to choose from. They're $5 each individually, or you can purchase them in a box. Here we have blue raspberry and a box of 4 for $20, or you can purchase a variety pack, or we make up a variety pack and a boxed up ready to go variety pack. There's 6 of them, and that's $30. So those are cocktail bombs. If you're looking for things to bring over for special occasions, why not that? And remember, it is called Shop with Diane. I see more people joining us for the live show. We got off to a little late start today because I was scrambling trying to pull it together, not in the kitchen. I had to bring it out of the kitchen from home and into the store and try to get it set up behind the counter. So enough of the talking about drinks. I'm going to get into dessert. I never lose my appetite, but I need to get into the dessert right now because it's going to take a little while to make. And as I was getting prepped here, thinking, I don't know how I'm going to do this because I'm going to bring out an ice cream ball and make some ice cream. Hopefully it'll be ready or partially ready before the show is over. So this is an ice cream ball. And what you can do is just roll and play with this for about 20 minutes after you add the necessary ingredients, and you have ice cream, pint of ice cream. So an ice cream ball out of the packaging looks like this, and you open up one side of it and the other side. Let me do the other side first. This side first. In this portion, what you're going to do is add ice and rock salt, and there you going to seal it. And in the other side, you're going to put the ingredients to make ice cream. So this comes with an instruction book. And so what I've done, you might be seeing me rolling this thing. I don't know how I'm going to do the show. But in this side, what I'm going to do, not this one, this is this one for sale, is, so I don't know, about half hour ago, more than maybe 40 minutes ago, I put into the one side ice and salt, and it's probably melted. I may not get all of this working really well. So in the other side though, I'm gonna make vanilla ice cream. I'm gonna open this up. So nothing in there now, but I am going to take a pint of, what is this? I think it's whipping cream. I think yes, it's got lots of fat in it. You don't have to use whipping cream. You could actually make sherbet with this by using fruit juice, and some sugar is your ingredients. You can use almond milk. You can use other types of ingredients for this. The more fat content that's in it, it doesn't take as long to make, and so that's why I got lots of fat in it. So I'm going to put this into it. Ta-da! Look at it, I'm cooking. And how hard is that? I just went to visit the grocery store up the way, the Centennial Square Family Foods that I featured on another show, on the Summer Solstice show. And then what you do is you take 1.5 cups and 2 tablespoons of sugar, it calls for in their recipe, because I'm going to make a really good vanilla ice cream. And then we take, I think it was, it doesn't matter. Was it 2? 1? I should have read it. 1.5 teaspoons, I think, of vanilla. It'll be good, whatever it is, I'm sure. And we just close this up. And then what we do is we roll this around for about 10 minutes. And how, pray tell, am I going to do that? I have no idea. Maybe I'll put it on the floor and just keep doing this, but it's going to be noisy too because the ice is melting. Oh my gosh, I need a helper. If somebody lives in the neighborhood watching, could you come to the door and I'll get you to put you to work here. Maybe it's not going to work. Not so funny. I didn't quite do it up and there's a little bit of cream on the floor. Oh my gosh. Okay, breathe. We're going to get through this. I'm not sure. I'll be like a penguin. I'll have the egg between my leg here and just, I don't think this is going to work because I'm not going to be able to roll this and do the show, or maybe I can. And so we have the ice cream ball, and yes, I needed a guest to help me make ice cream. Terry, can you get down here? You could probably be here in 10 minutes if you hurry. Let's see, so ice cream ball is $59.95. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to open it and see what's happening to it. We might not get to the finish mark with this because it's going to be quite a distraction, at least if not for you, for me. And so what you can do is roll it around, get this started before dinner after your guests have their drink, get the kids out there doing this. And so it's always important to get the grill on. So what do we have? We have the mini flat pack grill and fire pit. And we've had a fire ban for a good part of our summer here. And now that it's been lifted, people are enjoying backyard, their fire pits and hot dog roasts and campfires and so on. So let me start. I'm getting ahead of myself with this. Okay, how many things can I do? I'm standing on one leg. I don't know how long I can stand on one leg. and I'm trying to talk and do all of this. Holy crow. Nothing like a challenge. So what this comes with is a canvas bag, really lovely. And inside here, we have a stainless steel grill and a little handle. It's that standing on one leg. Okay, I'll just keep working. If the numbers go down really in the ticker, I'll know I'm driving you all away with this craziness. But okay, so what I do is this part, I've got too many things moving here. This part comes flat, so it's called the flat pack, appropriately named, very easily transportable, so great for shore lunches, backpacking, or just when you want to put it away out of season. And this simply opens up like this, and the stainless steel is going to make sure that it's not going to rust and so on. And then you put onto this the grill, and there you have a great little fire pit. You can put briquettes in there or do a small wood fire going in there. And when you're ready, time to cook. So whether it's a shore lunch, maybe you've caught some fish or some sausages or hot dogs or maybe some grilled vegetables, you can use this to remove the grill as well if you wish. So a great item. People that have purchased it have had great feedback to offer on it. It is $64.95. So if you would like the grill, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to set one aside for you. And if you're here locally, we have order pickup times. And I'll put them up on the screen one more time. That'll be tomorrow, Friday, 11 to 2, Saturday, 11 to 1, and Tuesday, 11 to 1 as well. And it's also a chance, if you've seen something else on a previous show or want to take a closer look at, that you can pop by at that time, and I can give you a closer look at it. So I'm working on it. If you're just joining us, and I see a couple people have, what the heck am I doing? I have on the floor something called an ice cream ball. And I realize as I'm rolling it around trying to make ice cream, it would have been easier if I had an assistant here this evening, but I don't. So I would be talking with my mouth, showing you things here and rolling the ice cream ball around for a bit. And so welcome to the show, everyone. And don't forget to send a thumbs up or a heart, and or tag somebody and have them join us for the show as well. So what do I have next is something that I need to restock and get out of the basement is more of the extendable barbecue forks. Remember those, folks? It's barbecue season. So whether you're going to cook a sausage, marshmallows, hot dogs, let's see, I'm just getting distracted by a comment in the comment section. But those, just remember, we have them, and they're just $7.95. And let me know if you'd like those. Those make great gifts. And many people are entertaining family members who are visiting from out of town. And there's no better way to enjoy each other's company than around an evening campfire with hot dogs and making s'mores and so on. And as Cy is saying, he'll go get the cake to have a float. You scream, I scream, we all scream for Diane's ice cream. There you go. Cy. Now, Cy is also a wonderful person who loves the show, and but also he has spent time with the Clowns Association in town, and he's known as Silly Cy. So thank you, Cy, for being silly with us tonight too. And yeah, let's go get the ice cream or the cake. So what else do I have here to show tonight? Oh my God, I'm going to cook something else. How many? Oh gosh, this wasn't thought out. I did a lot of thinking on this, but it's always in the details, isn't it? So I'm going to put down the fire pit, and forgot the expandable forks, but Some of you may have watched an earlier show where I demonstrated this, but oh my gosh, I'm going to cook corn. Corn season is coming up. It's not ripe here in Thunder Bay yet, so this has come from out of town. But I was at the grocery store the other day to pick this up, and as I was picking it up, and you got people peeling them and so on, I was there for about a while, telling people, no, no, don't please. You got to try this method. And interestingly, a couple of customers there also knew this method and were great to offer testimonies. And people said, "Oh my God, you should just stay at the corn section and tell everybody who's shopping." I said, "Just watch the show and tell everybody, share it." And so a number of years ago, discovered a amazing way to make corn, and if just one cob at a time, and so it doesn't have to be a big deal. I remember years ago as a child, we would have corn roasts, and somebody would host it, and there would be a big fire outdoors and a big tripod and a big pot, and it was amazing. And everybody ahead of time was trying to clean the corn, and isn't that a miserable thing, having to get the silk off of it and so on. And anyways, here's the method. No silk problem. You simply get a cob of corn, you get a knife, and hopefully this is the right knife, and I'm just going to cut off the bottom part right here, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, maybe not the best knife, which I left clearly at home. Oh my gosh, I've got two knives here. This is really not the right knife. You know, if I was really Martha Stewart instead of pretending to be Martha Stewart, as Cy calls me, God, this is... Okay, what the heck did they put in this corn? And where the heck is that knife? The other knife. Try this other knife. I don't know if this is any better. I've never had a harder piece of corn in my life to try to saw through, but I do have a pocket chainsaw here, which I could have used in this demonstration. Now I cut off perhaps a little too much of it. I normally wouldn't have to cut that much. Maybe that's been part of the problem. It's getting into a little bit of the thicker part. But simply cut off the bottom like that. And what you do is you just put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes. And I've got a microwave right here, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Put this in the microwave just like that. And when I did that last show, it was really funny because I had a customer afterwards say to me, "Diane, I was watching the show and I maybe wasn't paying attention, but I was watching your show and then I heard this motor going on and I kept looking in my house. Where's that noise coming from?" If you're just joining us, people, the microwave here in the store is happening. And I also have an ice cream ball. Let's see. Did our corn this way for soup? Okay, and I told Barb about this method last time, and it's easy peasy, and the hardest thing is cutting off the bottom. And here's what my mom says: local corn will be much more tender, so buy local. Absolutely, but the corn isn't ready yet, Mom. So I don't know if this is long enough, and my water out of this is melting on the ice cream bowl because it shouldn't have been in here as long as it has. But I'm going to open the one side and see how we're doing with this is live. This could be real messy too because I didn't do it correctly. Oh gosh. So it's not supposed to be completely frozen at this point. You're supposed to take a wooden spoon and the inside layer will start to become frozen. And I see that it is. It's starting to firm up. See that? So what I'm going to do is you're supposed to shave it off the edges because that's frozen. So I'm going to scrape that off the edges. So you can definitely put into here strawberries, raspberries, chocolate chips, mint cookies, Oreos, walnuts. And I don't know if I've scraped it well enough. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, good. It's going to be good if I can finish it up before the show's over. Oh, where do I put this without mucking it up? Okay, I'll do this. I'm going to put the lid back on. And then what you're supposed to do halfway through it is put more ice in and salt. But I have lots of water. I brought a little more ice in a container. Let me see if I can add it. If you're just joining us, people, got lots going on here. I'm making ice cream and corn. Oh, the corn is starting to smell really lovely on tonight's Shop with Diane show, which is going to turn out to be quite a feast, I think. It's okay. Hopefully that's on securely. Got ice cream going there. And maybe before the end of the show, if I keep rocking and rolling, I'll do this a little bit and get this going. And let's see. And Brenda says she cuts the bottom off after it's cooked, and it's much easier to cut through. I wear oven mitts because it's hot. That's a great idea. I'm going to try that next time as well, Brenda, and compare. And Sai says alcohol. Did I miss? I missed where that. Just alcohol. Oh, add alcohol to the ice cream. Oh my God. Okay. I have to fess up. Speaking of alcohol and ice cream, I discovered probably the most delicious dessert is simply putting Bailey's, a little bit of Bailey's Irish cream on top of vanilla ice cream. It is delicious. If you haven't tried that, please try it. It's my recommendation. And I would take that over a restaurant dessert any day. And Sai is saying yes in the ice cream. So we've got ice cream going. We've got, I hear the microwave is stopped. Oh, God. I'm going to put it in for another minute because this is a really big cob of corn. And I think it could use another minute. Okay, so let's see. The other, I think it was a big cob of corn. That's what I was noticing in the grocery store. Those are huge. And as Terry's saying, after the show, I'm going to need a cocktail bomb with vodka. I'm just going to have a feast. I'm telling you. I've started with the show with some iced tea made first is sun tea, and I've got some ice cream going, got some corn going, and let's see. I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm going to change about some of the summertime dishes that through my upbringing have become traditional and something that I absolutely love. So I'm of Ukrainian heritage. My mom Elsie is watching, and if you missed earlier, yes, my mom and dad are celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary on the 8th. That's pretty impressive. And that's a lot longer than how old I am. So let's have a party. Absolutely. So what we have here is some wall art, and poppy is really a symbol because they would be growing in the Ukraine, a symbol that we associate with. And this is wall art, beautiful wall art that can be outdoors. You can put it down low to make it look like it's flowers in your flower bed, or put it on a garden gate, on your shed, or indoors as well. If you'd like one of these, the price of the poppy wall art is $48.95. So I'm going to set that down. But a summertime dish that a lot of nationalities make is, and use a lot of summer vegetables, and my mom has already been at it, borscht. And what's that? Beets and all sorts of vegetables put together into a lovely, lovely, I don't know if I'll pick it up there, into a lovely soup. And some people will add sour cream to it. Some people not. Some people like it a little sweeter. Some people like it a little bit of sour, which I kind of like it clear and with a little bit of sour. So whether that's done with some pickle juice, adding it, some vinegar to sour it up, or what my mom has discovered is if you want one of Elsie's tips on making borscht to sour it up a little bit, she puts ketchup now. And I asked my mom how to make it. She gives me the same recipe as my Baba used to do, a little bit of this and a little bit of that until it tastes like this. But it's chopped up beets with the leaves, and you put some vegetables in it, maybe some, Mom, you can help me here, and put some broth in it, maybe some vegetable broth. Is that right, Mom? Maybe put the ingredients in there. I'm going to put you to work. And summertime fresh borscht is probably one of the favorites of summertime coming. Something that if you got your beets planted early, you can get a great start on it. And let's see, Barb loves borscht, and she makes it every summer. And my mom says chicken soup base works great. So chicken soup base, put in your chopped up beets, both the root part and the leaves as well. Some vegetables in there, some dill is really good. Cook it, put some, as my mom now does, forget the pickle juice, just put in some ketchup and you're good to go. So summertime is about borscht. So get to the farmer's market and get yourself some fresh vegetables and get that started, people. It's an easy dish to make. You can freeze it as well, so enjoy it in the summer, in the winter as well. What we have, or beets store it as well, and you can get those in the winter months as well. I'm still back here rolling around the ice cream ball, trying to make some ice cream. And pickles. I said I was going to share some recipes, and I can do better than just do that. Pickles. So I'm quite spoiled because I visited my parents on the weekend. And what's this? This is from, they now have cucumbers. My garden is a little slow, but what we have is quickie pickles. And what is the recipe for quickie pickles? Oh God, I love them. They're not really sour. They go, let me put it up there. This recipe that our family uses actually comes from my Aunt Julie. And you can see it there. Take a screenshot if you like, or do a repeat. You simply get your cucumbers, wash them up, and pack them into a jar. And as you see, my mom, with the bigger ones, quartered them lengthwise. Took half a cup of 8 cups of water, half a cup of cider vinegar, 5 tablespoons of pickling salt. There's a difference when you go shopping for salt. Pickling salt is what you want to get. And boil rapidly for 2 minutes. Pour it over. Make sure you put in your jar some garlic and dill. And the next day, oh my gosh, they are sour enough to eat, but they're not overly sour. Put them in the refrigerator so they don't get ahead. And Oh my goodness. Sai says, and add lots of garlic. I can taste the garlic. Delicious. And but Linda Smote is saying that she had a Ukrainian landlady who made grape jelly using beets as the base. Oh, don't get me started. I'm going to try that. Try beet jelly. Thank you for that. And how much fun is that? I see more people joining us. Hello, this is episode 154 of Shop with Diane, and I don't know, it's turned into a sideshow. It's turned into a cooking show because with all the summertime vegetables, fruits and vegetables that are coming available now, we're eating differently, and it's a chance to experiment new things. So I'm trying to share with you that. And so we have a pickle recipe for quickie pickles. But if you really want to get into great dill pickles, my Ukrainian Baba, grandmother, this is her recipe. And exactly as she would tell you to make them is you can see it's got water and vinegar, some pickling salt, some brown sugar, but also in the directions you add a little pickling spice. I have no idea what a little pickling spice means, but you can see the recipe there. And a lot of people will do a hot bath to seal their jars, but my mom has been able to follow the Baba's way of doing it, and that's basically um, putting them in an oven and at 275 until the cucumbers lose their green color, and then you don't have to do that boiling hot water bath. Oops, let me just go to, oops means I lost my screen. Get out of there. So that's something that why August is busy. It's not just traveling and getting people ready back to school and finishing up things. It's part of harvesting in the garden and trying all these new things. And let me just see Brenda's comment about pickling salts in short supply. She found a mother lode at the bulk barn. So if you're here in Thunder Bay, I know at this time of year, especially when COVID hit, more and more people started, as I did, a little backyard garden, and a lot of there was a shortage of pickling jars, and I think everyone's got enough of those. But pickling salt, you're going to want to find as well. So thank you for that, Brenda. That's very helpful to those that might be looking. So summertime. What I have not just good. Oh, my mom says here. Thank you, Mom. If you can't find pickling salt, sea salt works well, and sea salt is an alternative to kosher salt that you would use in the ice cream ball. Is sea salt. So thank you for that, Mom. Look at all the helpful things. That's what I love about this show. It's about community. It's about us coming together and helping each other. And I describe all of you as very kind, caring, heart-centered, lovely people that come together. And I'm really honored to be part of your group. And so let me just let me see. So next thing we have, I want to throw up another recipe because some of you will find in the stores or in your own garden, you're going to have an abundance coming up of maybe cherry tomatoes, maybe have some basil, some garlic, and you're going to have cherry tomatoes, and you're going to look for recipes. If you have I have planted some zucchini this year. Could you, if you have a link to some zucchini recipes, or could email me a zucchini recipe? Because I want to know what your favorite way of making, cooking up zucchini, and then I will share that with everybody. But, oh, thank you, Barb. It said, don't forget, okay, don't forget, I have corn in the microwave. Thank you. If I ever do a cooking show like Martha Stewart, no, I was saying, oh, but she has helpers on the side. Martha, I understand why. So you take your corn, and all you do is grab it like this, and voila. Oh my God, look at that. There is no silk, and it is perfect. And what I like to do, because it gets stuck in my teeth, is I just take a knife and I cut it off, and look at that. Isn't that perfect way? So if you haven't tried that method, if you're just tuning in, all you do is get a cup of corn, cut off the bottom. Brenda Barrick, who's watching, cuts the bottom off after it comes out of the microwave, but I chose to do it ahead of time and cut it off, put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes, and let it cool down a bit. And then, as you see, it just simply comes out of, oh God, I haven't had supper. This will be a good show. After the show, I'm going to eat. Be careful, your corn will roll off your counter too. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I said some shows where I'm showing lots of products. There's products all over. There's corn, there's tea, there's mint leaves, there's pickles, there's borscht. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm having a party. I am having a party with you, and thank you for joining me on tonight's Shop with Diane show. We got great numbers for a very busy summer evening here in Thunder Bay. I really appreciate when you watch the live show, and it is really helpful to, if after the show, just go back to the post and share it, and that really helps circulate all the fun as well, and keeps the show going. So what do we have next is, I was talking about, before I got reminded of corn, is another recipe. Oh my goodness, the Barefoot Contessa, Ina Garten. Oh my God, she makes something called the Summer Garden Pasta. There's a recipe, and you can see it uses cherry tomatoes, olive oil, garlic, basil leaves, some crushed pepper flakes, kosher salt. My goodness, as my mom said, you can use sea salt too. I'm sure you could. And some freshly ground pepper, angel hair pasta, and Parmesan cheese. Oh, what I love about this recipe is it's actually the only thing you cook is the pasta. The other items, what you do is you chop up your cherry tomatoes and garlic and basil and salt and pepper, and then you put them in a bowl and you let them stay there for, I forget how long, a long time. And then you cook up your pasta when you're ready to go. And then simply when it's cooked, put the tomato and the other ingredients into it, mix it up with some Parmesan cheese. It is delicious. Oh my gosh. And I, all year now, having tried it a couple of summers ago, it's just one of the most appealing dishes that I cannot wait to be making. So I think I'm going to have lots of cherry tomatoes, so I'm going to be eating lots of that. But looking for other recipes of that. And I asked, what do you do with zucchini? And Brenda says zucchini relish. So Brenda, if you have that recipe for that, please send it. And if you send it as a picture, I could be sharing some of these recipes. Why doesn't everybody do that? If you could be so kind, is send to me in either a text, or I think that'll work, or an email. And let me just see. I never put my number up. My phone number to order items or to talk to me is 807-628-4334. So 807-628-4334. And other way you can send me that recipe, a picture of it, and then I'll do a post with multiple recipes. That'll be so cool. It'll only be cool if you participate. If you don't participate, it was just an idea that went nowhere. You can email me. My email is Diane, spelled just like you see on the bottom of the screen, DIANE, at takeahike.ca for Canada. So Diane at takeahike.ca. Love to get your recipes. Love to share it. Who knows? Maybe we'll develop the cookbook for the show. That sounds fun to me, and include some of my mom's recipes, but love to have some of yours as well. And what other things? So summertime, it's not just about vegetables. Oh my gosh. Did I see a post, Lydia, where you have been out blueberry picking? And I saw you didn't have a green thumb, but a purple thumb. So my mom's been out raspberry picking and has made raspberry jam. Look at my mom's raspberry jam. Isn't that terrific? Raspberry jam. Well, I didn't have enough raspberries to do that, but I had made a couple of jars of freezer jam, which is no cooking required. This is the easy way, but my mom's is really good. This is simply with Certo for there's this particular one that for freezer jams, and you simply crush the berries, add some sugar, and the Certo for freezer jam, and you just mix it and putting it away, and it's good in the fridge for a few weeks. But if the parts that you're not using, just put it in the freezer. That's pretty easy, people. So freezer raspberry jam, but we've had strawberries and blueberries, and yeah, wouldn't it then I can even sell it in our show. Hey people, let's do it. If I can get out of here, I want to show you something. Hold on. It's something I've been wanting to do the longest time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Don't go away. I do want to do a cookbook. And if anybody wants to help with the project, there's no pay because there's no profit. But this is a great book called Little Old Lady's Recipes. And what I love about it is it has a picture of, I'm starting to look like these little old ladies. But what it does is it'll have their picture and then their suggested recipe or two, and sometimes some bit of good life advice. Okay, do you read her comment there? You're watching a cooking show? You're watching an idiot. Well, thank you. She has a recipe for pound cake. And Hester, you're not going to be in my next book. So get your recipes in. That would be a great deal of fun. I just love the format of that. We have a picture or not. We'll figure this out. And then we do your recipes. And maybe it won't be hardcover, but it could be fun. The Shop with Diane cookbook. And next thing we have is that recipe called for, I skipped something though, because I jumped ahead. The book, let me just see. So the recipe for the summer garden recipe called for pepper, ground pepper, and we have this really great travel durable pepper mill that is going to be great if you're going camping, if you're traveling, if you don't want to have the big pepper mill on the table, just a little bit to have, and $16.95. So it's from that company that we do a lot of outdoor equipment with and travel items. So let me know if you would like that. Oops. And we have that. Because there's basil, not sure how you say it, but Sandy Peck, who watches the show regularly, oh, she was so wonderful. She brought over last year for me a jar of pesto. And isn't that something that is just so amazing to have at this time of year? So I hope I'm giving you some ideas, some of the things that you maybe have forgotten about or didn't know about, but Sandy's pesto is absolutely delicious, so needs basil for that as well. But I was talking about strawberries and raspberries and blueberries that you can make pie. You can make jams and jelly. And one of my favorite things, my birthday. This is my birthday month. Oh my gosh! And some years, most years, there would be the end of the raspberry season, and my mom was so kind to make me raspberry torte as a birthday. Am I not spoiled or what? But I have the best mom. She's a great cook, and that's something that um, uh, she needs to hear more often, right, Dad? So it's um, now, if you are, it is a shopping show. I need to show you some products that you might be interested in. If you are, though, heading out and doing some berry picking, you do need to be cautious. You do need to make sure that you're going to be prepared just in case of emergency. But there are bears out there, and um, bears are attracted to food smells. They are not liking to be surprised, and they're attracted to what I said, food. So you might be into their food patch. So you just be aware of that. So it is advisable that you make noise out in the bush so that you alert the bear that there is somebody around. So that might have them, if they're less familiar with people, mosey on along. But should you see a bear, give it an escape route, back away, don't run, don't play dead, make yourself look big, make some noise. But what should happen if the bear was to look and become aggressive? What are you going to do then? Well, I would say be safe rather than sorry. We have a product called from a company called Counter Assault. It is ultra bear deterrent. It's really strong pepper, and it's not going to cause any permanent damage to the bear, but it is going to burn their eyes, the feeling of burning, and their mouth, wherever you get them, so that is their focus as opposed to you. So it's going to be, it's like if you were having ultra spicy food, you're going to be most focused on addressing that issue and forget everything that's around you. And this is potent enough that it would work on grizzly bears and polar bears. So we in this area have black bears. And so you can't travel with a plane with this. So if you are in this area, whether you're traveling to Thunder Bay, you may want to pick it up from a store like ours. And what you do is when you purchase it, you cut this safety piece of the zip tie off of it. So then it's ready to go, but there is a safety on it. It's glow in the dark. You remove that when you need to, and then you depress it, and it's going to shoot it at the bear, and it's going to go a long distance, and the details are on the packaging here. But I always think about, like, where are you supposed to put this? I'm not going to put this in your pocket or having it tucked away in your backpack, or like, you need to have it accessible. So by itself, it is $58.95. And however, I suggest that you also buy it with this holster. So on this side here, you have a loop that you can put this on a belt, put a belt through it, and then when you need it, it is ready to go. So with the holster, it's $64.95. Great for berry picking. We're going to have later in the season mushroom picking as well, and people head outdoors for that reason as well. In northern areas as well, hunting is popular, so people might be out later doing some hunting, but you need to make yourself safe. Another way to make yourself found and being able to communicate to others who you may be out with, or maybe you've gotten yourself lost and you're trying to communicate. Don't be sure that you're going to be able to yell and yell and yell and yell hour after hour, day after. Well, let's hope you're found sooner. What you're going to want to get yourself is a made in Canada Fox 40 whistle, designed in Canada. It's a keyless whistle. It's going to be heard a kilometer, might even be a mile. I get mixed up miles and kilometers, but it's going to be heard a great distance. And 3 long blasts is the signal that I need help. So let's see, is that right? Blast. 1 blast says, "Where are you?" 2 blasts, "Come to me," and 3 blasts, is I need help. You need to all know that before heading out so you can communicate with each other at long distance. We have them in multiple colors, and they are simply $7.95 each. So that is that. Now, also you're going to be out there, and be careful if you are foraging in the outdoors or spending any time around that cottage or camp and so on. What we have is Ben's tick repellent. This is a type of repellent that is, I'm getting a signal that my internet signal is struggling. So hopefully I'm not going to lose you. This is good for children over 6 months. It's good for 12 hours. It's good to repel ticks and mosquitoes, black flies, and so on. So a container of this, and a number of you have it and have a great feedback, is just $22.95. And I think, how are we doing? Oh, we have ice cream coming up soon. I'm going to show you just one of my favorite products too, because we're talking about desserts just about ready. We talked about borscht for soup, and maybe we're going to have summer garden pasta. And a nice way to end up any meal is with a cup of coffee. So what we have, if you want to have a large group together for a pot of coffee, this is a 12-cup percolator that's hard to find with the stainless steel basket inside. It was $89.95. I'm going to reduce it for $70, just have one remaining, so you can do it that way. But my favorite way these days to make a cup of coffee on a daily basis, but I am heading to Toronto to the Canadian gift show, the Toronto Gift Market, in just a little more than a week's time. And I just hate in the morning getting up and using their coffee pot or let me see, coffee pot or I hate using the hotel coffee pot or having to go to the lobby or next door or to the dining room to get breakfast. I like to go self-contained, have my leisurely typical breakfast. That's kind of what I love to do. And here's what my mom, isn't she sweet? She says, your cooling necktie is really keeping you cool through this great show. Thank you, Mom. This is a good idea to put it on first, wasn't it? So what is this product? I love this. I've replaced my Keurig with this. It is called the Coffee Rocket. And the Coffee Rocket is really compact. It has a funnel, and then it has the bottom, which has a stainless steel filter. Can we focus on this? So it's got a really fine mesh filter there. And what you do is you would fill it with coffee just about a quarter inch from the top of the stainless steel parts. So I put my coffee in there. And first of all, I clip these two pieces together, put them together, put the coffee in. Then I expand the legs. Now it's starting to look like a rocket ship. I put the funnel on top. I get the water boiling, and I should have started the water boiling a little earlier. But what I would do is then I would boil the water, and then I would set it onto a cup. And I brought with me a cup that might be in your camp cottage kitchen. So you just set it on top of this, and it's very Canadian, Tim Hortons. And on a hot day, nothing like a Christmas mug. I somehow love Christmas mugs, a favorite one, and a big one. And so what you would do is you just pour the water in there, and it'll very, very slowly drip through the bottom. So much better than a Keurig. It's so much tastier and really compact. So I'm going to bring this with me to the Toronto gift show, which I have never done before. I did bring with me, but how am I going to boil the water at the hotel room? And I'm indulging myself with something, people. So what I just purchased was a collapsible. This is about the size of, here's my hand, so it's about this size, and it's a collapsible kettle, a silicone kettle. And what you would do is you would put water into it and plug it in, and you're going to be able to boil water. And that is going to turn it into the water that I need for my coffee. And I'm going to be able to have a great cup of coffee. So I just need to pack with me these two items and my favorite coffee grounds, and be able to make myself coffee in the hotel room, whether it's when I come back from the show or whether I start my day that way. It's going to be a great, I'm so excited to be able to go there. It's always easy to go pick up some milk when you're out of town and bring around with you some cereal and some fruit. And I just like to have a leisurely breakfast back at the hotel before getting my day started and checking why? Because I get to check my Facebook page and see if you've sent me a message and I can communicate with you while I'm out of town. But I do need that quiet time, that work time, which is often over breakfast. So how was that for tonight's show? I'm sorry I got off to a little late start. It took a little while to, oh, the ice cream. How's the ice cream doing? Oh, I stopped rolling it around, I think, which could be problematic. It doesn't mean that I couldn't go back again and try it. Which is the side that the ice cream is in, and which is the side that has the great reveal here. Okay. Okay. Off it comes. Ooh, just needs a little bit longer, but ooh, this is starting to look good. I think I can very easily finish it off with a little more rolling around. It's a little hard to pull off the sides. It is like melted ice cream at the moment, but oh, this is a perfect ending. One of the best things about cooking is being able to lick the spoon. I'm going to get the coffee going. I'm going to get the corn. I'm going to heat up that borscht. What else? I'm going to eat the pickles. And I need a protein. So I will find some protein at home and have myself one of the best summertime meals. And I hope you've, from the show, been able to pick up a recipe. Please send me one of your favorite recipes, whether it's for zucchini, because I need zucchini recipes, or just about anything. It could be your favorite beverage, vegetable, fruit, pie, you name it, and let's share it with one another. This has been so much fun. Who knows, maybe Shop with Diane becomes the Galloping Gourmet. And I have some other ideas. I'm going to pitch to some vendors at this buying show. So I'm going to approach my suppliers. We'll see if it goes. I've got some cards made up letting them know that I do this show and how terrific it is, and that they should be part of it. So I'm going to be there scouting to see if some of them might like to sponsor the show. Maybe they could be offering some prizes and giveaways for the show. What do you think about that, suppliers? I'm going to see if they may want to hire me to help get their shows together. and coach them that way. Maybe they want me as a speaker at an industry event to let them know how great live stream shopping is and how it is really revolutionizing how people shop these days and build new community. And one idea I have is I think I might want to try doing a show called Shop with Diane, but the audience being my peers, other store owners and buyers from across the country be the audience. And what I would be showing to other store owners, perhaps, are products that the suppliers, the vendors have that want us to buy as store owners. But I could be, from an owner perspective, showing these products, so helping those companies sell their products to more stores. Hopefully that works. And I'm going to do some poking around and see how that turns out. And I'll be sure to let you know about that. So good night, everyone. Please get your orders in. Come see me too if there's any product you'd like to see. And the number is not the number, but the pickup times are there as well. You can phone me or text me at, let me just put that number up one more time, 807-628-4334. That's 807-628-4334. This ice cream is like potato chips. I want more. And so I'm going to indulge myself. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give the show, if you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up. If you are watching Shop with Diane on YouTube, please subscribe, give it thumbs up. And if you are a YouTube viewer, I really need to get those YouTube subscriber numbers up. So just indulge me and subscribe there. So thank you. Good night, everybody. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. There's no one here to do the dishes but me, and I'm going to get at it. So good night. See you next week, and stay well. Enjoy the long weekend as well. Okay. Bye-bye.